current of thoughts. Oh, that would be interesting. And it allows the glandular system to function on a higher level. This particular gong affects and impacts all the meridians. It will penetrate every cell and fiber of the body, releasing blocks, reducing tension, stimulating circulation. The result is a reorganization of the emotional energy and feelings that are tied into the body structure. So the gong changes the feelings that are blocked by cutting the thoughts that sustain and recreate the feelings. The entire nervous system is put under pressure to adjust and heal itself. This can be frightening, arousing, exciting, or delightful. This depends on the individual. As pressure builds, totally relax in the deepest meditation possible. Feel yourself ride the sound right into the infinite itself. Okay, I'd like to know, with any religion on the face of this planet, what would be so offensive about anything that this woman has sent here? I don't quite get it. The narrow-mindedness, the restrictiveness, it takes my breath away. I got to tell you. So it's why at this stage of my game, okay, I embrace all religions, and I'd like them to shape up. Underneath every religion, the core is still correct. The core was about non-judgment, complete tolerance, complete understanding, compassion, wisdom. That core is behind every single religion, which is why I'll embrace them. And then I'll kind of say, well, you know what? It's like looking at a naughty child that's got, dirt from head to toe. I can look at that child with complete love and understand that in the core, in the midst, they are a true shining light. But to restrict this woman, I don't know who's more at fault here. The snitcher that turned her in, or the priest that couldn't stand up to the snitcher. So she has given me a link. I'm not sure how to help you with this, though, because, well, I'll give it to you slowly. She says, this is the link. And, of course, it's youtube.com/watch. Now, she's got a question mark, so I don't know what that's about. And then lowercase v for Victor equals, the equal sign, then a low dash H2R. And that's all lowercase. H is lowercase, the number 2, R is lowercase, and then everything else is caps. F for Frank, V for Victor, P for Peter, C for cat, S for Sam, P for Peter, E for excellent. So I believe if you can tap into that, you'll hear one or both of these fabulous mantras. And some of you have other ways of tapping into this Gayatri energy or the Ganesh mantra. And I'm going to encourage you, start again. Do it again. Because under the law of one, dang it, we're all one. So I don't care what your practice is. Come on. Please trust. I'm so interested in your health and your oneness and your wellness that I'll do whatever it takes. So here we go. Here's something else from Rasha, Rasha. Her work is great. Oneness, and her book Oneness Speaks. Fabulous book. I don't think I'm bringing anything up with me from Florida unless anybody says, Elaine, bring the Oneness books up with you. If somebody wants me to bring them up, you best get to me by this afternoon or this evening so I can get it. Okay, we do have a caller. Hi there.
Hi, Elaine. Is the background too loud? It's Jean in New Jersey.
Hi, Jean in New Jersey. Background's perfect.
All right, great. I was just listening to the talk about the mantras, and I just wanted to say that I have been spending my time in a Catholic chapel in Ridgewood listening to Deepak and my yoga mantras. So as long as I have headphones, I feel like it's all one and the same.
Thank you so much, because it is. It is. This sense of separateness, we all have to drop it. It's just so old thinking. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
And it's hurtful and harmful, and it causes war. It just causes war. That's the bottom line. You know, whether it's warring just between two people or on a larger scale. So thank you for... Here's what you're doing, Jean, by bringing it in even through your headphones. The frequency is now in that space, and it's wafting through it, and you're therefore a hollow tube bringing a sense of oneness right in there, and nobody needs to know anything.
No, I don't think so. And I think I mentally had been preparing for the eclipse, and I got to tell you, the 2 weeks beforehand, feeling anxiety like I've never felt my entire life, like the butterflies in the chest and the whole thing, for good reason, looking for a job and, all that stuff. But once the eclipse passed, I have to tell you, like, my whole body just completely relaxed. And today I went to a networking event, and 2 people passed me cards for private yoga experiences. So I'm like, wow. And so I had been hoping to manifest a certain amount of money just to carry me through while I'm building out what I believe my next thing is. And the money just showed up. And I just am down on my knees, because being a hollow vessel is where it's at, even though it's not as easy as it might sound.
Yes, but it is exactly where it's at. It on one hand it sounds, oh, what's so hard about being that? On the other hand, ooh, we've got a heck of a lot of conditioning that gooks it up, kind of gooks up that tube. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to share and offer support to the person sitting in a church office, because I'm surrounded by church people. And it's when you get to my space and you hear the talks, you're just like, wow, let it go, people.
Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jean, here's a little mantra that will help you, okay?
Okay.
I expect unexpected income now. Thank you.
Okay.
And open to it.
I'll write it down.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Many times.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jean.
Elaine.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. You know, I printed this up recently, specifically for my Jersey people, so you're going to have a little gift when I get there. And here's what I printed on a little business card. Know it or not, believe it or not, like it or not, I am that. That's spelled with a capital T. You are that. It's all that. And that's that. So I want to go back now to my friend Rasha. This is very interesting because she's writing a bit. She's giving a message about the recent events in both Charlottesville and Barcelona. And she went into deep meditation with the source of oneness, which is that. Okay? And here's what she printed, what she gave this morning. And I thought, I'm going to try to get you some of this information. It's very beautiful. And so it says, oneness speaks. The inevitability of the showdown between the forces of light and darkness. In early 2003, in the final moments of a year-long spiritual pilgrimage to India, I found myself preparing to come home to a world hovering on the precipice of war. For a full year, says she, I'd cloistered myself in a world away from day-to-day awareness of the details of a global chess game that was fast-moving into position, threatening to put everything we hold dear into check. It seemed like the world had warped into another place in time, light years away from where I'd left it. Was it only 1 year before? There was an eerie sense of inevitability in the headlines that suddenly started screaming at me from the newspapers. Instinctively, I turned to oneness, a divine source many people think of as God, for guidance to help me understand what was really happening in a higher sense. And oneness offered perspective on the imminent breakout of the war in Iraq that put that drama and all it represented into the realm of the timeless. And now remember, she's talking about 2003. Slowly, I began to see the divine perfection in a set of circumstances rapidly coming to a head which defied all logic. Here in these passages is a powerful excerpt from the book, A Journey to Oneness, that speaks directly to the dramas we are watching unfold right now. It's uncanny that these words of divine wisdom were written in 2003. They feel just as relevant to the state of the world today as they did back then. And it starts with viewing the threat of mass conflict through the eyes of oneness. Oneness speaks. This is oneness. This is the timeless state of beingness of which you are all a part. Allow yourself to be fully within the embrace of this connection in this now moment. Let go of the trepidation and the fears that have been stimulated to the surface of your awareness, and know that all is unfolding according to plan. Things unfold as they are meant to, according to a timetable that transcends the prodding of your logical mind. This drama has nothing whatsoever to do with logic. Its roots go far deeper than that. A warning from oneness. Your world is engaged in a struggle that was seeded eons ago in another time and another place. And for those of you that know the past couple of weeks with the galactic energy, I'm drumming in about seeding, and that too is going to be a big part of the Jersey energy. What are you now seeding? Yes, this mess was seeded eons ago. This year, in the year of the crystal seed, we can reseed. And it goes on to say, now it is time for destiny to play its hand, and the potential for the release of those energies has been brought to fruition by the accelerated momentum of change all around you, the force fueling the transformation of all that you recognize as your world. Some recognize the prodding to bring these forces to a head and respond in ways where bravado collides head-on with bravado. Egos become deadlocked in struggles rooted in the need to appear right in the eyes of posterity. In truth, few will care to remember the names of those who now feel guided to act in the name of the conscience of the world. Their identities do not matter, for their actions are on behalf of a collective they could not begin to fathom, a collective of consciousness so vast it defies the scope of linear comprehension, which is why yours truly is on airwaves now that have the potential of circling the globe. The inevitability of the showdown between the forces of light and darkness. The spokesmen for the forces of light and darkness are acting out the roles speaking the